plumber can't turn the wrench or twist the wrench if they have elbow pain. So athletes, if you have tennis elbow, very difficult to play a racket sport. So today we're going to talk about how we can reduce or eliminate the pain. We're going to talk about the cause of the pain and how to correct that. We're also going to talk about things you can do for yourself at home and what we can do for you here in the clinic. So who's affected? Well, desk workers are affected. They get elbow pain from poor posture or ergonomics. The trades like plumbers, electricians, pulling wire, doing these types of activities. Athletes, weightlifters, golfers, tennis players, and active adults as well. People who are doing sports, cross-country skiing, um, other types of activities as well. So why does elbow pain persist? Well, often it's treated as a local inflammation. So the goal is practitioners treat the local inflammation, reduce it, the pain gets better, but then it comes right back again because the underlying cause is not corrected. Rest can help the pain too, but if the problem's not corrected, as soon as you go to use the elbow, pain's going to come back again. And restriction or overload anywhere shifts stress into the elbow. So let's say you're restricted in your shoulder, your wrist for a reason, then you're going to overload the elbow. And when you overload the elbow, it's going to get very painful. What causes tennis elbow? There's micro tears on the lateral epicondyle where the muscles and the tendons attach into the bone. This micro tearing of the tissue can restrict or lose elasticity. That's the stretchability of the tendon. Blood flow is affected, scar tissue forms, and then it doesn't heal properly. So repetitive gripping or wrist extension can lead to pain in the outside part of the elbow. So just extending the wrist backwards like that into extension. Shoulder instability can contribute to it, and wrist stiffness as well. That can translate the force up the line to the elbow. So we want to treat not only the tendon in the area that's affected, but we also want to treat the elbow itself, the whole joint mechanic, as well as the shoulder and the wrist. We want to check those too. What causes golfer's elbow? Golfer's elbow affects the inner elbow called the medial epicondyle. It's repetitive overload of the flexor muscles. That's the ones where you're flexing like that. There's tears that develop where the muscles and tendons insert on the inside part of the elbow. This causes inflammation and scar tissue. And then you just don't have the proper function, leading to inflammation in the area. If the grip intensity or the capacity is overwhelmed, then you're going to get tissue damage. So when there's overuse, let's say in golfing, then there's going to be tears to the tissue causing that scar tissue to form. So it's not just an inflammation problem, but it's the load that's being put right on the elbow. Olecranon bursitis is swelling of the bursa on the back part of the elbow. That's where the elbow sits on a surface. So with repeated pressure, like leaning on your elbow, trauma or impact injuries, it becomes inflamed. Sometimes inflammation or inflammatory conditions like metabolic issues can contribute to this. But if the mechanics don't change, the inflammation and irritation continues. Swelling's the symptom, stress pattern is the cause. And last, elbow arthritis. This is wear and tear in the joint, where the joint starts to break down. There's a loss of movement. Sometimes there's some noises like grinding or cracking noises in the elbow. Stiffness comes first, but sometimes it's not related to the pain, so the pain can come after. Better movement increased joint health, reducing the overuse or irritation. Those are goals to get the elbow in better shape. So we really want to treat the underlying cause of it, the uneven wear and tear, and improve the condition of the elbow and the joint surfaces. Now, the chiropractic advantage is that elbow pain can be related to the elbow, but also the other joints, like the neck, the shoulder, and the wrist. Sometimes even the nerves and the blood flow is affected going from the neck down the arm. So, as a chiropractor, we're going to take a more global approach to this, a more holistic approach. Restoring movement where the movement is not working properly, where it's missing, that's important. And reducing compensation patterns or poor body mechanics is very important. Chiropractic care is helpful because it fixes the cause, not just the pain, reduces stress on the tendons, supports healing of the tissues, and helps prevent reoccurrences. We also use shockwave therapy in the clinic. This can work very well for scar tissue that we talked about earlier. And as the shockwave, which are sound waves, break down the scar tissue, we get changes to the tissue. Tissue can heal, new tissue can form, better blood flow, better fluid movement through the area. It helps speed up recovery, and it reduces pain without injections or medication. Laser therapy is light therapy. It's concentrated light that goes into the cells to speed up the metabolism, to produce ATP and some cytokines. And this helps to heal the tissues that are damaged. So it helps rebuild a healthier tissue. It'll reduce inflammation. It relieves pain without masking those symptoms. It's gentle, non-invasive, and safe for repeated use, and it boosts that cellular energy or ATP production. And we also do other types of treatments in the clinic, like orthotics, that can really help with the alignment of the entire body, especially when people have pronation of their foot or short leg or uneven hips. Orthotics can be very helpful to work with the overall mechanics in the body. We do health coaching in the clinic too, to help you with stretches for your elbow, to help you with nutritional changes, to help you with ergonomics, the ways to retrain your body to work properly, both the elbow and the wrists, the shoulders, and the neck area. So we have the proper alignment and use of all of those joints that are interconnected. It improves the adherence to the rehabilitation plan, supports tissue healing through lifestyle habits, prevents reoccurrences long-term, and builds confidence for the patients. Recovery requires more than just chiropractic adjustments. You do need to stretch and get the right stretches for the area so it can handle more load, strengthening so you can adapt to the workload being put on your elbow, coaching to educate you and for you to make wise choices long term, and supplements that help to be building blocks for the tissue, like more protein and more cartilage production in the area. The complete recovery plan includes personalized stretching and which areas to stretch, strengthening to help protect, activity and ergonomic modifications, supplement guidance for joint health, and health coaching for follow-up, accountability, and consistency. Now, what's the next step for you? You can get an initial consult either in our clinic or online by scanning this QR code. I'll drop the link for this QR code in the chat as well, so you can easily click on that if you're on YouTube. If you're on social media, go to the link in the bio and you can get that. You can get these links in our link tree. You can join us for the mastermind classes. We're going to have 4 consecutive mastermind classes after this webinar, and we're going to do a deeper dive into tennis elbow for one class, golfer's elbow for another class, arthritis and bursitis in another class. And then we're going to wrap it up with some changes you can make to help prevent elbow pain and ways that you can support the healing process if you do have elbow pain. You can also go and read my books. We just published a book on elbow pain, and it's on Amazon. To go to that area, all you have to do is scan this QR code right here, or go to the link in the chat or in the bio. It'll take you over to the author central page where you're going to see the book on elbow pain. You're also going to see the other books that I've written on back pain and neck pain, books on knee pain, all the different topics we've done over the months and the years. So I want to thank you for joining me for this webinar. Make sure you follow us on Eventbrite as well, because you're going to see the upcoming webinars for the rest of the year. We do one a month, but our goal is to start increasing the pace to 2 a month. And then you can learn more about different topics related to chiropractic and our approach to healthcare here in Kelowna.